Hey everybody, it's Trisha here from Freedom Hill. You are looking at our dining room, which is just off the kitchen, between the kitchen and the screened-in back porch. Today's video, I'm going to do a switch between the dining room and my home office, and I just want to switch up the rooms and get a better feel for the house, so that's what this video is about. As you can see, the dining room is at like the back of the house, is just off the kitchen. My home office is in the front of the house, and it is actually built as a formal dining room, but I turned it into my home office when we first moved in 9 months ago, and that's been working just fine ever since. However, I wanted to switch up the rooms because I just wanted the dining room to have more space. I don't know. I started feeling a little crowded. Maybe I got bored. I'm not so sure. The light in this office space sits low and it's not quite centered. My husband would often hit his head on it. I'm showing the entryway to the house, and when you first come in the house, my office is off to the left. This is the entryway, which is quite large, and it has a vaulted ceiling, and it's really, really pretty. And it was a good view while I had my office there, but like I said, I just kind of got tired of my office being almost the first thing you see when you come in the house, and I'm a crafter, and it gets messy, and I just felt like I couldn't keep it clean enough to be the first thing people see when they walk into the house. This is the office from another angle, and like I said, while it's very functional, it's not practical anymore in my opinion, and my husband did get tired of hitting his head on that light fixture. It doesn't go up any higher, and because of cords I couldn't move the desk out further, so it was kind of a conundrum with that light. So today we switched out the rooms. Here it is, my new dining room. It is so spacious. I didn't realize how much better it would be to have this as our actual dining space. You can see that chandelier sits a little lower, and my husband no longer hits his head on it because it's right above the table. And I just love how this turned out. I love the feeling it gives our home when people first walk in. And since we'll probably be in this house for another year and a half before we buy a home, I just wanted to make it better. Sometimes when you first move in, especially we moved to Charlotte, didn't know a soul, didn't have any, we didn't have anything. We didn't know anyone. We just moved here blindly. You just kind of set things where they are and let them go. But let's go through this a little bit. I do have this shelf, which will remain in this room. And I do keep a few craft items on here, but mostly books. A few little whimsical things sitting around. We have these black chairs. They did not come with this table. These black chairs are a result of the Seeds program from Home Depot. My husband got them for free, and they really come in handy for extra seating. Honestly, we use them almost every day just to sit down and put shoes on or that sort of thing. I don't know. I like it. I like having them there. And our table, of course. In this corner, I hope you can see it. It gets a little dark in the shadows. We had this extra bookshelf that was in the attic not being used, and so I brought that down. And I love how this turned out. I wanted some taller florals in the corner because it does have a high ceiling in the entryway next door to this, and I just felt it needed some height. One of my favorite pictures, one of my sister Connie and me. I have 4 sisters. And then some of the other home decor I have. I love barns. I collect barn pictures. I have more that aren't even hung in my house just because it's a temporary home. My daughter gave me this little apple lamp. I love it. And besides barns, I love cows. I love cows. I was raised on a farm, so I love that look. Just a few miscellaneous things. I keep all my oils and oil information on this shelf, which is very convenient. And then over here, these sheer curtains just were here when we moved here. We just left them. And then I have the hutch. I redid this hutch last year. I bought it off of Facebook Marketplace and redid it, painted it white. I still need to paint the hinges black, but I haven't gotten to that. Anyway, this sits here, and I have a few decor items here. I made the tray. The tray used to be very dark with wine bottles on it and stuff and bread. I painted it white, kind of a rustic white, and I made a vinyl decal, Meals and Memories made here with a fork and knife crossed over there. I want to make a vinyl decal for this, but I don't know what it would say yet. I have a tall bottle back there, and then a picture of my daughter with her 3 children. Then up on the wall I have some of my favorites. My husband got me this cow picture, I love it. And just more farm things. Another cow and some chickens. This is my dining room space. I love how it turned out. My husband and my boys did all the hard lifting. And now we have a beautiful space to dine. At night we play cards in here or other games, and I just love it. And you can see how it complements the entryway. So when you come into the house, this is what you see first. And Jenny and Winston are making an appearance together. They love the new space. They weren't sure what was going on when we were doing it. What you're looking at now is my office, and this used to be where we took all our meals in the dining room. It's really an eat-in kitchen because the kitchen, well, yes, a little bit messy over here, is right here. We just automatically made this the eat-in area. Just, you know, we put the table here when we moved in a few months ago and made that the dining room. But I was kind of, then we made the formal dining room into my office, but I was kind of tired of the, I don't know, it's like when you first come in the front door and you turn to the left and there's the formal dining room, which was my office. And it was just always messy. Now, I don't have like nice neat cupboards to keep all my stuff in, and I'm a crafter and I make things to sell on Etsy, and I also do my writing here because I'm a freelance writer. But I don't know, it just, I wanted to switch the rooms. I am so happy with how this turned out. This is basically my space now. I love it that I'm right next to the back porch. And it's really more convenient because it's right off the kitchen where I spend a lot of time. This room has a vaulted ceiling, and so there's no danger of anybody hitting the light with their head. I do have tall people in my life. And in the other room, when my office was in there, we couldn't quite put the desk 100% below, centered below the chandelier. My husband would actually hit his head on it. That has never been an issue for me. But anyway, here's my desk, and I have a few portable cabinets that I use to hold my craft supplies and things, but this is where I basically do my work. I have my printer hooked up over here and a few random boxes that will probably be replaced to look neater, but right now that's what I have to work with. So I keep a number of things up there, and you can see my back porch. I have another little cabinet here, and I need a lid or something to put on top of this, but for now that works. So there's that. There's Jenny. Hello, Jenny. And the same rug I had in the other office space, which is now the dining room, I moved that in here because I do need a rug. This is a tile floor and my feet would actually get cold. And then this shelf matches the other one, and they really fit perfectly in this space on either side of the door. I like how that looks. My tripod's kind of stuck in this corner over here, and this is where I keep my Cricut and other craft supplies in these bins. I have matching bins in this shelf over here, so at least it looks a little cohesive. I have this large organizer. This came from Magnolia from Target. So I keep a number of things here, business things, and then one of my favorite photos that my friend gave me. And then this rolling cart is currently empty except for this water dispenser. This will hold sewing supplies. I intend to pick up a lid for this. They sell lids to these. They didn't when I bought it years ago, but they do now, so I'm going to pick up a lid and then use this for sewing. And I'll be relocating my sewing space down here. So there's how the office turned out. I like it. It's workable, and it's toward the back of the house so that my office space, when it gets messy with crafting, isn't the first thing you see when you walk into my house. Thank you so much for coming along. Join me on Freedom Hill by subscribing, and keeping up on what's going to happen in 2020. I'm putting together a video just to tell the story of how and why we moved to Charlotte, even though we do not know anyone here. We didn't have jobs when we moved here. We just came, and it's been a very exciting adventure. We felt like we were home on day one, and we love it here in Charlotte. God bless you all. Have a very blessed and happy new year. Bye.